said this once before at a council meeting, there's the letter of the law and the spirit of the law. Okay, it's perfectly legal to put Chief Hall into all these positions. And it's been done before, and everybody does it, and so on and so forth. The spirit of the law is sitting here in this room, standing here in this room. I don't think very many of us feel good about having one person, regardless of who it is, in charge of everything. So let's get to the point, and I'm sure we can find, I see in this room at least 2 former mayors, a couple of former council members. I am sure that one of those people would be willing to be a volunteer borough manager part-time for the next whatever until it takes to get a permanent position filled. And I'm calling on you as citizens who love the area as much as I do to help in that.
Okay. Jason, we got it.
I know, we got to move on. We've ad nauseum, we've talked about it, but I'd like to clear the record as to what my decision was, if anybody's interested to know why I resigned. There were several reasons I resigned. First, we seem to be making this a much more personal issue than it needed to be. We'd used no metric to measure whether Mrs. Freenock did a good job or not. We used no measurement to say whether this contract we had was good for the borough citizens or not. We just went ahead and decided we were going to terminate this contract without evaluating the person and how she was doing the job. Okay? We let our personal feelings, I think, interfere too much of that, and we need to step back from that and say, what is good for our borough as a whole, not what's good for Mrs. Freenock, for Mrs. Estat, for myself, for anybody else. I thought what we did was incorrect. She didn't do anything wrong to deserve a public humiliation like she had. There was nothing that occurred that should have made that happen. That was not the right thing to do to this lady. It was not the right course, it was not the right procedure, and I felt my conscience would not allow me to participate in something that this is how we made decisions, because it was not right. You can say whatever you want, Mr. Marshall, but my clear understanding of Tuesday night's meeting was we were terminating Mrs. Freenock's contract. I remember my very first meeting here 2 years ago as a councilman. I cannot imagine making a decision of the magnitude to let go of the borough manager at that first meeting. Yet here we go. We had no plan of succession. We did not think this out. We made a knee-jerk reaction. Now we're trying to clean up the mess. This was not thought out. That's the problem I see. We made an incorrect jump to get rid of somebody. We have no plan of succession. How are we going to fix this, Dave? If you want me to get the last question, my answer, or my question to you is, how are we going to fix this? How are we, not you, we, going to fix this?
Well, again, I'll just address this, Jason. Well, and you know, I don't want to, you know, what we exchanged, and that's between us. Here's the, you know, here's where we're at. We got to get back to business as normal, come as soon as we can.
Must run, yes, sir.
We must run the borough, and that was
Yes.
stated tremendously at the thing. We have to get back to
Yes.
that. So that's what we're here to try to do today, because Monday we got to get the payroll back out,
Yes.
we got to get the checks back out, we got to do what we have to do Monday. So as all of you concerned citizens are here, the #1 priority is to get back to running the borough as of Monday. So today what we do, some of these appointments, is to get the borough back running Monday. So Monday we can be on our way running. Is this the long-term fix or solutions? That is what we got to decide after the fact. But the #1 priority is to get the borough up and running Monday so we can do what we need to do to the community.
And Mr. President, I'd say go ahead. What are we going to do?
And that's why I would like to get to these, so we can get those people in positions, so we can do our payroll Monday, we can
Yes.
get our checks sent out,
Yes.
we can do business as normal. And that we need to do. So if without any other questions, if I could just ask any of you that we can get through some of these appointments. And I know some of the appointments we have questions and comments about, but we really need to get back to doing business on Monday.
I do have one more question, though. I did resign, and never having done that from a board before, I thought since I did it on YouTube, it was official, I guess. So, Mr. Marshall, I'd like to know, has my resignation been accepted, or am I still a council member at this point? I don't know, and I would like some clarification on that.
Your resignation is only effective upon acceptance by Borough Council. So if you still wish to sit as a Borough Council member, you may tell us now that you're rescinding your resignation, and you can take your seats.
I very much would like to do that because I still have the same goals I had in mind 2 years ago when I ran. I'd like to help the borough out. However, if I'm in the same position I was Tuesday night, where it's going to be a vote where my voice isn't listened to, there's things that are done outside of here, that I don't want to be a part of that. I haven't changed my position from Tuesday night. That's not an organization I want to be part of. If we're going to do this the way it should be done, I would love to be a part of it. If we're not, I still have the same position I had on Tuesday night. I do not wish to be a part of that if that's the case. I would like to hear what we're going to do and how we're going to fix this. Then I would like to give you my decision as to whether I'm going to do that or not personally. Because I wouldn't want to do that again to the residents of Clarion, sit there and then say, my conscience won't let me do this and do it again.
Well, you guys can't walk out every time you disagree
Nope.
with something.
And that's what I'm saying, I can't do
I'm
that.
gonna tell you something, I watched that last night on YouTube, that was pathetic. I don't know if that was right about what they did. I own a house in Clarion, that's good enough for me.
May I ask you
Now,
Okay.
May I ask your name?
Excuse me, order.
Hold on a second. We would love to give everybody an opportunity to speak, and we will, but it will remain civil and professional. Okay? And I understand emotions are running high, and sir, if you'd like